Radio. Here we go, y'all. It's that time again, y'all. Tuesday, and we back in the building here at Blueprint Radio Podcast, where you get real talk, dope music, no filter, broadcasting live on www.live365.impulse.com. But we are also on Facebook, Impulse Internet Radio. Go over to our page, like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. I am the Vision, as you know, and joining me are my peeps. We got to give it up to the female, the lady, the queen of Impulse. She is here to keep us in check, and she is here to hopefully save some relationships. Give it up for the author of Kelly's Green Tea. Give it up for Kelly Green.
Kelly!
You heard her. She gave you the hootie hoo. You never know what she says. And over here, highly amused,
Yes.
seeing through a fog of smoke,
Yes.
but still in possession of the show enough. You give it up for OGP Jizzle, the sneaky one,
Yeah.
Mr. P.
Alright, let's get it.
She said hootie hoo
Appreciate you,
again.
family.
Shout out to 90s slang apparently from Kelly Green. Give it up for Criminal Grind. He's out there in Instaland. And we got a bunch of people on Facebook, but again, as I said, my iPhone is tripping, so I can't see you just yet, so I'm going to give y'all a shout out anyway. So, welcome back, people. It is another Tuesday here at Impulse Studios, and we're going to get into what we get into all the time, okay? So we're going to start right away, while she's lively and vibrant, with Kelly's Green Tea. Kelly, give it up for the people.
Take it away.
It is.
You heard her. You heard her.
Well, I don't have much green tea, but I have some thoughts. So this is going to be a Kelly Green moment. And I just wanted to say to all the people out there that are single that I am so glad that I am not single. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Because it is rough out there.
Wow.
Some of the stories that I hear, the things that I see and know, even at work, oh my God. But anyway, that's my view. I'm glad. Take it or leave it.
What brought you to this epiphany today?
Just the stories that I
Well,
see.
let's give the people some short versions of those.
Like, I don't want to incriminate anybody.
No. These are all anonymous stories, and any similarity to any character or persons or anything is purely coincidental. And F you can't sue us. So go ahead.
Okay.
You can give them names.
No.
Yeah, we
Okay.
can't name names
Like,
yet.
for instance,
Yeah, wait till we got lawyers.
Yeah.
Liars.
I saw this lady on the side of the road by herself.
Eloise.
And she was trying to figure out what was wrong with her car. And I was looking at her like, yeah.
Did this man say Eloise though?
That's who she looked
See
like.
what I'm saying?
She had the little French roll with the
I'm
bun
listening.
on top.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I follow.
I see.
And I was like, ooh, she should call AAA. She wasn't on the phone or anything. She was just looking around like, oh my God, what do I do?
And she don't have like a Otis or Bernard or
No.
any one of them she can call.
She can't call
Because
nobody.
she'd have been on the phone with them. She damn sure wouldn't have been outside. So I get what you mean. Yeah, okay.
So, and I was like, and maybe my assumption was wrong. I was driving, so I didn't see her fingers or anything to see if she had a ring on. But my first instinct to do is call my husband.
Right.
Then after that, so he can calm me down, I called AAA or USAA or whoever to get my car situated. But
Can I ask you a question, Kelly Green?
yes.
Was she attractive? Now we know why she was changing her own tire.
I can't.
You would know if
So
she was
you
attractive.
saying he might have been in the car, jumped out, flapped the tire, and got up out of there. Say, you can't catch me now.
Sneaky, I didn't think about that, and I like that. Fellas, you want to break up with her?
Yeah.
Jump out the car when she on New York Avenue and flatten the tire and jog away.
If she ugly enough, you getting off easy.
But if she fine, someone's
Oh,
going
I'm
to pull
sorry,
over
if
and help
she's
that woman.
unattractive for
Yeah.
you.
If she fine, somebody's going to pull over and help that woman.
Oh yeah.
I absolutely believe
Somebody
that.
else, whether they single or not.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
pastor gonna pull over.
Yeah.
The Lord said to help you this
But a lot of y'all be curving a lot of nice dudes, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then y'all wait so long, y'all turn around and y'all 60 and you got to go date Mr. Rufus.
Well, you know
Mr.
They
Rufus,
say
right?
opposites attract.
That's true, but you know Mr. Rufus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nobody wanted to be with Mr. Rufus. But he waited it out. He knew right around 72. He put his overalls on one day, come out, and somebody who curved a lot of men would be in need of a Mr.
That's why
Rufus.
they came out with all these dating apps.
Yeah.
Because the way the attraction works, 8 times out of 10, nobody single is going to run into somebody completely single.
Yeah.
True.
For some reason, the way that attraction works, that man and or woman is going to run into the other party. And whether the other party admits to being in a relationship, be it married, boyfriend, girlfriend, yada, yada, yada,
Right.
that's who they're going to be attracted to. Even if they have no knowledge of the situation. Like, you know what I mean?
It's mostly,
and it just keeps
physical.
Crossing like
Right,
that. You
right.
know what I'm saying? It's like, you'll be single. It just so happens you're a young single guy, but the girl you want, who doesn't want her? She probably already has a suitor or two.
Interesting.
But that's the one you're attracted to.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying? Even the ones you think, oh yeah, ain't nobody got her. Because 9 times out of 10, like we was talking about earlier, if she has no one, she may be unattractive. And it may not just be looks. She might be somebody that people hung around and just won't wash, clean, attitude, stinks.
Sneaky
like
P
you.
says she's
But
got
then-
a hygiene
No,
issue.
but right though, like that's real life. So you figure,
So if you have bad hygiene, you better get AAA. Is what
Yeah.
you're saying. Okay.
yeah, absolutely.
Now let me give y'all a statistic.
Or some AA.
Okay.
Batteries.
Yes. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're gonna discuss
just
that
saying.
later. Yeah. I'm sure they exist in bulk. But now, Sneaky and Kelly Green, did you
Yes.
know that in the majority of relationships, the guy falls in love faster? Statistically.
I mean, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I can see that. Well, I don't know. I think it would depend on. I think children have a lot to do with that.
Well, the way it was stated was 48% of men fall in love at first sight, with
Oh, so
28% of women fall in love at first sight.
Man, that's something ain't right. Listen to me.
Not everybody's as gangster as you, Sneaky one. You gotta remember that.
That's crazy.
You throw shrimp baskets at them, and they fall in love.
Get them out of there.
Yeah. You run, they coming across the crosswalk. You are not slowing down,
At
and they
all.
fall in love, Sneaky.
Man, take legs.
Not every man is that lucky. Some of us, we get hit with the
You know what I'm
thunderbolt.
saying? I just like come outside. You know what I'm saying? Sun be shining or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I met,
Okay.
Nah, I
Okay,
tell that
okay.
story all the time. She cracked me up. Though.
Okay.
She swear I was chasing her. Hey, man, look, listen. Opposites attract.
Y'all chased
So,
each other.
Yeah.
It was
I
boom,
mean,
boom.
I'm
I
just
seen
saying,
you.
yeah.
You seen me.
I mean,
Let's
I
get
ain't gonna,
there.
like I told her though, like when I first seen her, I was an asshole. I had the big old bush, muscles popping out, the white beat. I was like, I had a pretty ass Lincoln out front.
Mm.
I was like, oh yeah, man, I'm trying to get her from Slim. Because it was a dude used to bring her to pick up her baby.
Y'all hearing this, right?
You know what I'm saying?
This is how
long
men think.
time ago.
I want y'all to
But I
hear
don't
this.
know the dude, so I'm just like,
Well, who cares about the
cute.
dude?
Like,
He's
exactly.
just
Like,
an
you're
obstacle.
ugly, but
We don't care. We know we want that.
You know what I'm saying? I shot my shot. You know what I'm saying? I took her out and everything to eat and all that, man.
Hey,
Then
Sneaky.
20-something years. Like, what's up, baby?
You're part of the 48%.
What, that fella love
Yeah.
her? No, but
Yes.
hold up, man.
Yes, Sneaky.
Listen.
Yes.
Well, all right, so if your woman make you like, let's say y'all been dating, let's say a good year or two.
Okay.
She up late night, bow, frying you bologna sandwiches, just how you ain't even got to ask for it.
Right.
Who in love first then?
Well, it's after a year, so both of y'all are in love at that point.
But how you know? Wait a minute. What now? What?
You said after a year.
Yeah.
So both of y'all in love at that point.
Well, who's to say she ain't fall in love first?
Well, no one can say that.
Right. See what I'm
But
saying?
I can only use the information you gave me. So
I'm
you
a
saw
firm
her.
believe in the fact that she seen me, and although it probably didn't appear that way on the inside,
All right.
she was like,
Yeah, but see, the reason why I would have to give it on your side is because you, even though you had the muscles, even though there was a bush and a pretty Lincoln, you was dolo
What's up,
chilling,
Rob?
leaned up against the car.
Well, just-
She was with a dude,
yeah.
and you didn't give two
Man,
squats about it,
no, boy.
right, Kelly Green?
Right.
Hey,
You're part of the 48.
We're jumping him.
I mean, I'm just
But it's not to say that she did not as well when she seen you
right,
Yeah.
reciprocate
you
that.
know what I'm saying? She seen me,
But you got to admit that you got struck with the lightning bolt because you didn't care about the obstacle. Hey man, if I got to put these up on Slim, it don't matter.
man, I was
She's coming up off of that.
Man,
He don't
come on,
deserve
man.
that.
You got to figure 20-something years back. You know how y'all used to wear little cute Reeboks and they stayed fresh because they was only like $49.
Yeah.
So y'all, what?
That foot action.
And that's when like the Pursugo jeans, all them joints was out. So the way they cut them.
You do realize you're not helping your case because you're describing
I
her.
might have been in lust, not in love, though. You know what I'm saying? But
Over
yeah, all
Reeboks?
right, but maybe you know what I'm saying? I'm probably
It's okay.
48. Fuck,
It's
that's
okay.
a large number. I ain't by myself.
Hey, I got hit by this lightning bolt too with this
Bet.
this
All
one
right,
over
cool.
here.
Now
I don't have a
by
problem with
myself, I'm
that.
all right with it.
But see, that's where we try to, you know, the communication we have in here is what we want to give across to the people looking.
Yeah.
Like this is the communication y'all should have with your significant others. A lot of times we too uptight. We forget that we supposed to be each other dog. Not just the dude's dog, not just the female's dog. We gotta be each other's dog. Like what they say, be friends first. It's the truth. We gotta enjoy just chilling.
Oh yeah, that's my homie
You know what I
too.
mean?
She cool.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And that is what all the other stuff kind of, the rest of it is learned behavior. How we are in relationships is from learned behavior. What we learned it from our parents, learned it from TV, learned it from, you know, friends around the hood. Everything is learned. And that don't just, and so that just lets you know that you can learn the wrong shit and bring that in. Where you can have a good relationship, but you still got like some negative qualities that get in the way.
What
You know.
What do you call it when you just innately like just know how to treat a woman right or do right? Like is that God or is that? Cause like some get raised by their mothers and their father's not around, but even their mother's not really around due to say the crack era or poverty or whatever have you, depending on your situation. Maybe your mom, even though you was with her and lived with her, maybe she wasn't always necessarily around to teach you things.
I've
I'm not
actually
saying
thought
not
about
there
this.
for you.
I've actually
So
thought
it's
about
like
this a
then
lot.
where do you learn from?
You know what I broke it down to, Sneaky? And I want Kelly Green's because she's the female. I want to definitely get her opinion.
Yeah.
But I broke it down to it is somewhat that what you were saying? It's something inside of you, but it's strength that's inside of you. I believe the people that go out here and abuse and portray this negative behavior towards women, they're the weak ones. You weak, you know what I mean? You soft, you know. Yeah, and so you need to do these things to try to boost yourself up. Where the ones who are strong enough, are self-sufficient, have a strong sense of self, they're going to understand how to treat another person in general. You understand what I'm saying? And you're going to be considerate and treat people like you want to be treated. That's a strength that people have on both sides. A woman that treats her man good, you know, we're not saying, and we've already established that nobody got to be nobody's slave or maid. But a woman that treats a man good and a man that treats his woman good, while they're not perfect, they're strong individuals and they have a strong sense of self. And when you're a strong individual, you have a strong moral code. And you're not going to treat people in a negative way. Even if you've been through stuff, I still think you're a strong person. Because you got through that. And you got enough to give to another person. Now, you know, we don't want to make a demand show again because we have a whole beautiful, intelligent woman over here. So Kelly Green, what do you think about that?
Well, I agree with you.
On what? Let's see if she was listening. See if she was listening. Sneaky. You caught what I caught, Sneaky.
No.
yeah, shit, all right.
She kind of zoned out a little bit there, yeah.
In the bucket.
I didn't.
If that's what it is.
Let's take it to the
That's
stage.
what it is.
Give me a record.
Show you right. You
No,
know?
I do. I agree with you both, actually.
Right.
It's all about building character. So, yeah.
Interesting. But as you know, we get into let's not tap into the relationship too early. But we're gonna have a lot more for y'all today on relationships because I got some stuff for y'all. Your boy been doing his homework, okay? Homework. But I was gonna do that bull stuff, and I do have it. Kelly Green knows we found some trifling stories. However, I saw something else and I wanted to discuss it with you. We had a listener, Miss ATA, okay, and she submitted a few subjects. And of course, listeners, DM us on subjects you want us to talk about, and we will gladly talk about it. But this story kind of goes in line with it, okay? And her question was, do we live vicariously through our children and through others? And that's a deep, deep question. But I saw this thing on Steven Spielberg's daughter, Michaela, who has decided, Steven Spielberg now, who has a net worth of $1 billion. Now, she's a African-American child he adopted. She's an adult, consenting, and she's going to go into pornography. And she also wants to be a stripper. So, if that would happen to one of us, how would we feel about it?
Oh, I'm probably gonna be on the news for burning down every known porn factory.
Every single one she go to.
Porn. I don't even like dudes that watch porn, no boy. Yeah, you seen that new porno? Yeah, pow.
So, but this is an adult. This is an adult. So let's go into the premise of we understand how we would want to react, but let's look at the reality of whether we can control an adult child or not. And the reality is legally and actually, we really can't.
I would just hope that if I did everything I was supposed to do,
right,
that she would make more sound choices.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Or he or she would make more sound choices. You know what I'm saying? And then from that, I would say, I mean, don't get me wrong, I could be worth $2 billion. But if I'm never at home, if I'm never putting in time, if I'm letting my money take care of you versus me, you didn't learn shit from me.
Well, they just published something about Steve Jobs saying that when he was on his deathbed.
Oh, I ain't get it from him.
No. Yeah, well, no, that's good, and that's good.
Yeah,
but he just talked about that. He's the richest man, but he's dying. And he's not thinking about his money. He's thinking about all the stuff he missed.
Giving people jobs?
No, that's the man that made Apple.
Made apples?
Made Apple. The phone that you're currently on.
Really?
Yeah, Steve. That's Steve Jobs. Right. He got cancer and he died. Now, when he died, he had about $7-8 billion.
I don't know the dude. The richest dude, I thought was Bill Gates or something like that, right?
Is Gates? No, Bezos is right now the richest owner of Amazon.
Bezos or something like that. Yeah, okay.
Even with his wife taking $40 billion from him, he's still the richest.
But who was the other dude? What you just said?
This was Steve Jobs. He was one of the founders of Apple, IBM. And he was responsible for the iPhone.
But he about to die though?
No, he's already dead. He passed away already. So what they did was they published something that he had said. Now we don't know if he said it or not, but really I enjoyed the premise of it, which was on his deathbed. Yeah. He said it wasn't about the money that he made, what he regrets or misses, or all the moments that he missed chasing the money. You know what I'm saying?
He missed all them bras he could have been tricking with that bread. That's what he missed. When you a man, you got a few thoughts left. You is not thinking about...
The thoughts expressed by Sneaky P do not necessarily reflect the thoughts of Blueprint Radio Podcast or Impulse Internet Radio.
I mean, I'm just saying... I really don't know what he was thinking, but I'm just saying out of comedy, like... I can imagine on my last 20 seconds, like, it ain't gonna matter, I'm gonna be dead. Like, I can almost... I don't know, it's something super crazy. Like, damn, I should have got Beyonce before Jay-Z. So even if the wife slapped me at that point, I ain't feel none of that, y'all. Them up there with Jesus watching you.
I don't know, man. We'll circle back around to that, Sneaky P. Let's ask Miss Kelly Green. How would you feel as a parent, child going into these things? And I don't want to focus on this particular thing. I just wanted to get y'all opinion on it, and then we'll go into the vicariously living through your children.
Okay, so I would actually tell my child how I felt about it.
Okay.
Whether I liked it or not.
Sure.
You're grown. There's nothing I can do about your choices. I'm going to love you regardless and be there for my child.
Okay.
That's me.
Interesting. Why y'all looking at me? Or what do I do? I go crazy.
I
would be sneaky.